Mr President, another long overdue electoral reform which would add to the accountability and potentially the productivity of governments of the day is the introduction of fixed four-year terms. All other states and the two territories have already legislated fixed terms for government. Tasmania is the outlier in that regard. Arguments for fixed-year terms include greater certainty for the electorate and accountability to the electorate. Fixed terms have been shown elsewhere to reduce the impact of short-term political drama and provide for a more strategic approach to decision-making and delivery. And fixed terms have been shown to support stable economic activity. Evidence shows that businesses and consumers tend to hold off on investment during election periods and the faux election periods that precede them, when everyone is shadowboxing about when the Premier of the day is going to drive to Government House. Mr President, further fixed-year terms would make for a fairer system in this state. For example, it would provide a clear reminder to voters to update their electoral roll arrangements if they'd moved residence, and that was pointed out by an APH research paper from 2008. For newer voters, there might be a rise in the proportion of young people placing their name on the roll for the first time due to the predictability of a fixed election cycle. And quoting the Age editorial from the 13th of September 2007, such a change to the electoral arrangements would, and I quote, enable voters to enrol or update their details in good time and not be caught out by the calling of an election and thus disenfranchised by new laws that will close the electoral rolls on the day writs are issued. It will take a brave leader to introduce such a bold electoral reform, but it will build public trust in a functioning modern democracy. This reform is long overdue. And that was from the Age in Victoria when they were contemplating such a thing in that state. Since then, though, Mr President, Victoria has introduced fixed four-year terms, and it is long overdue that Tasmania had a similar debate and looked to progress this in this state. It's a shame that it wasn't done alongside consideration of the matters in this bill.